it probably not even recorded until like well, it might be recorded right now. Like wow, yeah, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we doing better than Cam and Jim. You know what I'm saying? No shots fired, but you know we doing way better than Cam and Jim. You heard? Let me bring this in. Oh, I didn't even mean to play the last track. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined with my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world, my brother Santana. Say something to the people.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all here with us tonight, and we appreciate y'all. And as always, we got a jam-packed show, and we're gonna get right into it. You heard?
And you know, if Jim Jones and Cam, you know, heard that last statement, there's no diss. It's disappointing to see y'all going at it. You know what I mean? Like me and my brother came up in the era where it was Dipset. You know what I'm saying? And we enjoyed that era, the music, the style, it had my city feeling like my city. You know, so it's disappointing when we see two homies going at it and they known each other forever. You
That's
know,
right.
so I know for a fact, I wouldn't even say I like to think. I know for a fact, no matter what me and my homies go through, when they really my homies, no matter if it's an argument, disagreement, we gonna get back right. You know what I'm saying? If it just takes a conversation, it'll take a conversation. But it hurts my heart to see them. Bro, have you been seeing that the Cam and Jim Jones situation?
Yeah, they're going back and forth. Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. But we was alluding to something else before we went on live.
Mm-hmm.
And you was about to say something. You
Yeah.
said,
So when it comes to like taxes, man, like people don't realize, like, cause you had sent me a clip earlier, and it was saying that taxes is voluntary, and that's BS. Oh, hold up. Before I start cooking, my bad, y'all. Shout out to the day ones that's already in the chat. My bad. They in there throwing highs, the waves and all that. Like, how dare me to neglect y'all? Appreciate y'all tapping in. We got a couple of day ones in the building. Lisa, Culture Talk, Krista in the building, Ebony in the building, Winton. There's a lot of ladies. And King Prince in the building, one of our badge holders. Shout out to our badges. Get your badges, get your badges. Thank y'all again for tapping in. Yeah, so we was talking about a clip that you had sent me earlier about taxes being voluntary. And that's the biggest crock because if you don't pay your taxes, you're gonna go to jail by and large. Most people who don't, the regular, everyday, schmegular, average person, if you don't pay your taxes, guess what? It's not a voluntary system. You're going to get caught up first. You're going to get audited first. And then throughout the years, if you just like, I don't care what y'all do, when you don't pay the audit, when you don't pay the bill, and you don't pay the back tax, guess what? You go what they call to tax court. And once you go to tax court, you can get real jail time. So when they say that taxes is voluntarily, it's the biggest crock. But some people have ways of not paying taxes based on what they classify as. That same classification is on every 1040 documents, is on everyday 1040 documents. But because most people don't know the history to classify as that, then they don't. So like so you have exceptions to the rule. Now, why you ask me that some people don't pay taxes because what people don't know and what the IRS won't admit is that the IRS is actually funded. That's why certain people that don't even fall under the guidelines and the classifications, and you hear them say some wild stuff like, "Yeah, I don't pay no taxes," because they already write off the check to fund the IRS. Why do you think when we went through COVID, a part of the reason when we went through COVID and we had to still pay taxes, people were like, yo, we gotta pay taxes, yeah, but we're gonna throw you a little $600 on top of that, which you had to pay taxes on if you made over a certain amount. If you made under a certain amount, they credit you that and they do a little extra on top of that based on somebody else. I know I'm saying a lot with this tax stuff, but taxes is designed for people not to understand it at all. That's why every year they change certain things so that way when people like, yo, last year I was able to benefit off of this and I was able to bring back some real money home. And then they change it for the next year so that way you can't get that same type of love. So even now, people that make over a certain amount of money that make a good, decent salary, but most people that make over, let's say a high five figure salary, they can maintain a home, right? They could take care of things, but it's still financially, it accumulates, right? They used to have this thing called an itemized deduction. Now you just really get standard deduction, but the itemized deduction it really used to benefit people who was using their work related expenses who made over $50,000, and that itemized deduction based on those expenses will help them get back a nice, sizey return to pay more bills and to have a little extra because they paid the right amount in taxes. So it's designed that way. But to finish off about the IRS actually being funded by outside sources, because the IRS is contained based on them getting money back. That's why when they have a certain amount of money that they want to allocate, and when you put your taxes due, that's why people try to put their taxes due nice and early, so they could get a part of that train. Then once the IRS starts seeing the numbers start to add up, then they point out certain people like, yeah, don't put him through, sit him to the side, because we're gonna get him to pay. And then that's their money. That's money right there. And then there's an outside source that funds the IRS, and those people don't pay no taxes. So, so that's what we was alluding to before we got on camera. So, anything you want to add to that, bro, or something that you want the people to know?
Well, if there's certain groups that are supposed to pay and then other groups that don't pay, then how is it like we all, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do they justify this group paid, but then this other group don't pay? You know what I'm saying?
Because they justify it as, because of the clip you sent me earlier, they say it's voluntary, right? So they're saying that everyone pays it. So that's how they justify by saying this group or that group don't pay because everybody pays. The other groups that don't pay, they have certain exceptions, like certain tribes or certain ministries. So that's how they're able to quote unquote allow for these entities or individuals or I want to say corporations, but these type of factors to dictate who and who doesn't pay proper taxes.
Now we have to go into a deeper one. So now you're saying if there's a certain group of people who don't pay based on their history, and then we're in a system where they're telling us our history, isn't there a contradiction in that?
Of course.
Because now you're trying to tell me that I'm not attached to a land that I know I'm attached to, but because now I'm in a certain quote unquote classification that y'all told me to go under, now I have to pay all these things. How does that make sense?
Right, but see, the whole purpose is for the IRS to make their money on. So that's how they dictate it. Because what you're saying is it's a big contradiction.
So
That's
their purpose is basically extortion. Because what is their purpose then?
to
The
get that money,
IRS.
to get
Yeah,
that
right. So they getting the money to do what with it?
that's not that's not our business to know. They say, yo, y'all get the money, and
Now they getting the
oh,
money. They getting the money, right? So
yeah,
now here's a funny thing. Y'all getting the bread on top of you raping us. New York getting raped with congestion prices and all that, right? Yeah, get all the bread. Then you turn around, give the bread to a whole nother country. But then when we need bread to fix our homes from the flooding on the insurance that we've been paying, and then we paying tax on that, you turn around and say, we don't have it, but here's $700. But then you're going to tax that $700 and then
Mind,
expect me to pay taxes next year.
mind you, people,
Mind you, I don't even got a credit.
and then people been paying that policy for years. They've been paying on that policy for years.
Now
What's
all of a sudden, oh, I got flood insurance, but now because FEMA came in and was like, oh, nah, this flood insurance ain't gonna work. You need to get a second, you need to make a second floor. So now your house has to be 14, it has to be 14 feet because all the cribs in Florida is only one story.
right?
So FEMA's like, oh, now for you to cover it now, you have to build just joint 14 feet above the ground. But where you gonna get the bread to not only fix your flooding house, then now add a whole nother roof? It's pretty like, oh, I'm sorry, a whole nother level.
Whole nother level. I know what you meant. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But y'all don't got the bread though, because you
What,
just gave it to another country.
what happened to my money that I've been giving y'all all these years? My policy was supposed to be self-contained. There's even policies, if you pay into it, if you pay a little bit more, if you change your mind on the policy, well, not necessarily homing policies, but now we're talking about something different that you could get that money back in tenfold. But the homing policy, um, what happened to all the bread I've been paying in? What happened to all the y'all sat here and told me I got a packet. I got a house packet from my documents from State Farm saying, yo, if this, that, and the third happens, this is what you get. What Martin mother said, for an arm and a leg, you get 60K. You know what I'm saying? Gina was in there talking to the insurance man, and they talking about for a tongue, a leg, you could get 80,000, 100,000, a million. You know what I'm saying? So what happened to all that bread? Because they give it to you in black and white. You sign a contract. You don't get home insurance, and you don't know what you're getting. You know what you're paying for. So where all the money on that? We don't got it. What $700 going to do when my house is burned down?
I don't got nothing, but you're gonna give me $700.
So
meanwhile, you just gave Ukraine $7 billion.
how that work? And then when it comes to paying taxes, now they have to implement new strategies.
Yeah, because you gotta make it make sense for niggas to buy into this shit.
Correct.
You gotta keep making the Kool-Aid stronger so niggas can sip it. Cause this don't make no sense.
The Kool-Aid getting hella strong. You know what I'm saying? For a while. But they gonna come with some.
They're gonna come up with
nasty.
something good. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna come with something nasty. Based on the subjects we got covered tonight, y'all gonna see what I mean by they got something that is nasty coming. It's nasty because the focus is on the rest of the show. I'm not gonna ruin it for y'all. So let's tap into the show, y'all. Real quick. We on the road to 10,000 subscribers for the channel. We at 9,300 and change. So continue to share that love, share the clips. We got almost 300 clips, y'all. 300 clips. Don't be afraid to share. I'm not going to blaze y'all for it. Pause. Show some love. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We got badge holders in the building, so make sure you become a badge holder. Different memberships, different access. First segment of the night. Popular opinions. Remember these are not our questions. These are the world questions. So stick to the answers in the questions. The segment is brought to you by OUV Records, as y'all see right here. The label model is create, document, and inspire. So make sure you go to Instagram right now. Stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. All right, first question of the night. And I hope y'all ready, y'all. All right, best movie vampire on this list. Best movie vampire on this list. Number 1, Lestat from Interview with the Vampire. Number 2, Maximilian for Vampire in Brooklyn. Number 3, Victor from Underworld. Number 4, Blade from the movie Blade. What do y'all think? Let us know in the chat. Who you going with, bro? This is this is top tier vampire in my opinion on this list.
Yeah, top tier undead niggas. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of undead. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see none of these dudes
none of these cats. I'm gonna
Mm.
have to go with Vampire in Brooklyn, son. Eddie Murphy was too smooth with the backwards waves. You know what I'm saying? With the with the mullet joint. You know what I'm saying? And he had swagoo with the drip. You know what I'm saying? My nigga was drippy in Vampire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta give it to him. Son. He was scary as shit, but the nigga was fly, son. You know what I'm saying? He scared the hell out of me, but the nigga was fly as fuck, son. You know what I'm saying?
The belt buckle and the shoes. The belt buckle and the shoes.
Don't get me started with the 17th century jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Oh man.
My man was Flea in Brooklyn, son.
And ruthless too.
18th century getup, son. Still pulling them. That's fly. I'm telling you, son. That's real original drip right there, son.
And was bagging everything in sight. You know what I'm saying?
You can't get that drip nowhere, son.
Like, where you get that? Like, that's popping. Like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm gonna go with Lestat, bro. I ain't trying to see Lestat for Vampire Interview with a Vampire. Like, you just see a trail of rats just because he can't get to no people because he's not strong enough. So to get his strength up, he just sitting there eating wild rats, just drinking the rat, like just biting everything in sight. Like, I ain't trying to see Lestat, bro. Like, he was like the other vampire was talking about this man like hundreds of years later, and then Lestat just show up at the end like, "Yo, you miss me, my G? Like, what you talking about, bro?" It just getting shaky. Like, so me personally, I'll go with Lestat. Lestat was a wild dude in that. They go on with Victor. Shout out to Ebony. They go on with Victor in the chat from Underworld. So nobody went with Blade. Like, Blade ain't a day walker. He not out here badass just rocking.
It's like he was with us. You know what I'm saying? He was with us and shit. So we gonna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be cool.
He gonna be cool.
If he fucked up, if he wasn't with us, and he walking around during the day, it's over, son.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Blade was a bad vampire? It'll be scary hours out here. Scary hours. All right, y'all. So again, I went with Lestat. My brother went with Maximilian for Vampire in Brooklyn, which is a damn great pick. And not to mention that my man Eddie Murphy was shapeshifting. I had to point that out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dude Guido. Shout out to Preacher Paulie. You know what I'm saying? Who else he was transferred into some people, bro. Shout out to them characters, bro. But ain't nobody better than the mobster Guido. You know what I'm saying?
Guido.
I'm still waiting on my idea to hit. Me and Martin Lawrence got to sit down and talk because again, I got an idea. We need a cousin Guido Eddie Murphy collaboration with White Bob from Marketing Movie. They could play cousins. You know what I'm saying? With Guido trying to clean up his act. And White Bob from Marketing is like, you know what I'm saying? We need a White Bob from Marketing and cousin Guido movie. Martin and Eddie, make it happen. Come on, y'all.
Come on, son.
Stop playing. All right, again, I went with Lestat. My brother went with Maximilian. The chat, y'all went with Victor from Underworld. The rest of the world at 41% went with Lestat from Interview with a Vampire. What do you think about that?
So I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? It's a good choice either or.
Yeah. He was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. All right, next popular opinion questions. And remember, y'all, these are not our answers, so stick to the answers in the chat. All right, best hip hop hook maker. Best hip hop hook maker on this list. Number 1, Drake. Number 2, Future. Number 3, T-Pain. Number 4, Nate Dogg. What do y'all think? Let us know what y'all think in the chat. Type in those answers, y'all.
Damn, Nate Dogg, T-Pain, Drake, and Future. Damn, that's a tough list.
Tough list, bro. This is a tough list.
What was the question?
Huh?
Best. What was the best in?
Best hip hop hook maker.
Hook maker. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Nate Dogg, man.
Nate Dogg,
Yeah, just too many. Just it's just too many, son.
too groovy. It's
Oh man,
groovy.
it's just
Too
too
groovy.
many classics. There's too much lit shit in his repertoire. Like, shout out to Nate Dogg, R.I.P. I'm gonna go with Nate Dogg on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Um, because the way I look at it, Drake probably has the most like big hits, and he know how to make a song and a hook. Um, Future know how to make hooks, man. Like he's another one that know how to make these hooks, and so T Pain had
You
he
had a
had
nice run.
in a chokehold at one point in time. Like you was not getting a hit unless T Pain was on your hook. I don't care who you was, it was a wrap for you. You had to go see T Pain. You had to go see Nappy Boy. But Nate Dogg hooks was hella groovy. Like no matter what, Nate Dogg knew how to do his hook, keep it hood and keep it groovy at the same time.
Mixed with
Always.
that funk. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just different. And it was like 90s, early 2000s, late into the 2010 era. Like it was just many different eras where he just was just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Up until he passed. It was like, nah, son. This
Yeah,
a,
yeah,
a,
yeah.
a true artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I almost forgot that he passed away, man. Shout out RIP to Nate Dogg, man. So again, my brother went with Nate Dogg. I went with Nate Dogg. The chat went with Nate Dogg at 44%. The rest of the world went with Nate Dogg. What do you think about that?
You know what I'm saying? The chat, me and you is all unanimous. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time we
Ever,
all agree. You know what I'm saying?
ever.
So that's good for us in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta put a thumbs up. And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody because we was all in agreement with that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, facts. Facts, y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Throw them hearts in the chat as well. Throw them hearts, hit them hearts, hit them hearts. And we appreciate the love here. All right, moving on to Hollywood Need to Ask Us. We came up with this segment because there's a lot of trash movies Hollywood has given us that we didn't ask for. We got better ideas like the Cousin Guido and White Bob for Marketing movie.
That was a freebie. You know what I'm
That
saying?
was that was a freebie. Yo, Eddie Martin hit my line. You know what I'm saying? We could work something out. You know what I'm
We
saying?
just want credits, you heard?
We want the credit. And if y'all want to throw me on, if y'all want to put me on the script, you know what I'm saying? I could do some script work. You know what I'm saying? I'm nasty when it comes to the writing thing. But anyway, we got better ideas with the movies. So we're going to give y'all some more tonight. You want to start this one off?
Jordan Peele, I know you say you probably gonna retire after you made a couple of movies and stuff. Yeah, he did say that. But I got one for you, son. I got one for you. This one's straight for Jordan Peele. Bro, I need you to make a movie about the sunken place, son.
By yourself?
I need a movie about the sunken place. Cause that part of the movie was so crazy, but he just dabbed it. Just a
Yeah.
little dab. But that little dab was like, nah, I need more of that, son. I need you to talk about the sunken place. Cause that I need it don't even gotta be the name the sunken place, but I need a movie about that, son. Cause
Mhm.
you just can't like let that go. We need to get back into that. So get back into Get Out, get tap into that part of the movie and just make a whole movie about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Horror, I want all that. You know what I'm saying? Get into your bag for this one. Because
I hate.
that was a gem in the movie that I feel like you could get back into and really tap back into that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Like Jordan Peele holla at us. You know what I'm saying? We can sit down and talk about it. You heard?
I hate the fact that I'm even hearing that he's saying he gonna put the director game down, you know. But I can't imagine him getting back into that sunken place portion of the movies. It will be fire if he's able to do that and to loop a couple of other things in the other movies and kind of like loop it all together like a universe type of thing as well. In my opinion, I think that would be make it more explained, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So that would be hard. That would be hard. Pause. That would be a great idea for a movie. You know. So anybody you want to see acting wise in a Jordan Peele movie?
Uh I mean, you could throw my man Michael B. Jordan in there. throw what you call what's our shorty from light skin joint?
Journey.
Yeah, Journey
Yeah.
Smollett. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Throw all the heavy
Uh,
hitters. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Throw Lupita in there. You know what I'm saying? Throw Janae Monáe in there. You know what I'm saying? Throw everybody up in there. So I
Yeah.
want a good horror about the sunken place. I think we really need to tap into that because we have something similar to that, which was Insidious, but it was more like a realm. But the way he explained sunken place, it was like something else. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I want him to tap into that more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That would be dope. When you said that, I immediately thought of Journey Smollett. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Like this woman,
Should be fire in this. You know what I'm saying?
her range, her just her relatability. Like I, bro, I've yet to see her in anything that's not popping.
Matter of fact, also throw in what's her face? Who played in Achille and the Bees? What's her name?
You
She
talking
was
about
also in the other movie that he played.
Kiki
Throw
Palmer?
Kiki in there too. You know what I'm saying?
Uh
You
huh.
Kiki up in there. You heard?
Uh-huh.
Throw Kiki up in there, baby.
I would like to see in a movie like that. I don't know if you remember the original uh actor that played in Powers. Um, she played the original jukebox, Anika Rose. You remember?
Original Juba. Oh, the police.
Yeah,
Yeah, huh.
yeah, yeah. I would love to see her in something like that as well. Her range is crazy.
Oh yeah, she's a good actress too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Top tier.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Peele, we just gave you another, you know what I'm saying? Another nugget, you know what I'm saying? Just
Mm-hmm.
make it happen, man.
Make it happen. That's all you gotta do is make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And if you really want to show some love, just put a call in or something. You know what I'm saying? Brothers pick up books and read all the time. We got ideas,
Mm-hmm.
so put a call in or something. All right, that's a dope idea. Me personally, I want to see a movie that shows a benefit to family structure. We got too much love in hip hop. We got too much dysfunction that we show in families. I would like to see a movie that the family structure benefits the family in itself through the good and the bad times, and what it would take to, instead of uh showing the communication breakdown, showing how to build communication back up and to build that family unit back again. Because by and large, in our society, the family structure is, broken. I can say that for my relatives, people, the relatives in my family, the family structure is broken. After certain people then passed away, is very fragmented. So me personally, I would love to see a movie based on the rebuilding of that family structure. So that's my Hollywood Need to Ask Us uh movie for this episode. But yo, bro, again, dope idea, man. Dope idea. All right, y'all. Don't forget to tap into the membership portion of page, different memberships, different access. So make sure y'all tap in to the membership portion of our page. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share, and hit that all notification bell. You just never know when you're gonna see our face, baby. So make sure y'all tap in. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, our must see segment. Must see movies, must hear music, must see classic TV show, documentary, or comedy stand up. You want to start this one off?
Chad, you know how I do. I always got a theme for my for my movie selection. So this episode is no different. So my theme is money, money, money. Right. So these movies display money or the banking system in a different type of light for each movie. So the banking system or money is the main character in the movie, so to speak. So the first movie on my money, money, money list is called The International. Came out in 2009. Stars Clive Owen, no, Naomi Watts, Armin Mueller-Stahl, Ulrich Thompson, Patrick Badali, Eric Singer, Luca Bravashi, Felix Solis, and Ian Burfield. It's about this international investigator who's investigating this bank and all the crimes and all the dealings that this bank is doing, and you gotta watch the movie to find out how he stumbles upon it. Fire movie. It's like 2 hours of pure grit. It's just a dope movie, and they don't really talk about the international like that. Next movie on my list is Inside Man. Came
Fire.
out 2006. Stars Denzel Washington, Clive Owen, Jodie Foster, William Dafoe, Chitwell Ejiofor, Christopher Plummer, Kim Director, Bernie Rachel, Ken Long, Peter Jetri, Raphael Osino, and Florina Pector. About a group of robbers who basically try to rob this bank, but it's a specific bank that they rob, and it's a specific item that they rob. And as they're doing the robbery, these cops, who are played by Denzel and Chitwell's character, are two detectives trying to figure out the bank robbers' motives. And you gotta watch the rest of the movie to find out what's so specific about this bank. Very, very good about how banks hide assets and this, that, and the other.
Fire.
Last on my list is called The Town. Fire movie. So came out 2010. Stars Rebecca Hall, Ben Affleck, Blake Lively, Jeremy Renner, Pete Postlethwaite, John Hamm, Titus Welliver, Jamie Charzan, and Chris Cooper. About a town in the small area of Boston, Charleston, where most prolific bank robbers have came out this specific town. Fire movie, bank robbing to the next level, dope acting again, and again, people robbing banks for bread. So my choices of movies for money are The International, Inside Man, and The Town.
The Town and Inside Man is crazy. International, I slept on that. I'm not even gonna hold you, so I'm gonna have to rewatch that again. But The Town, that's disturbing behavior, y'all. That's good. That's a good movie right there to watch. It's a really good watch right there. And Inside Man, I don't want to disrespect Spike Lee's catalog. I don't know if it's this disrespectful, but Inside Man is probably my top three Spike Lee movies. That movie is fire, bro. Like, and the movie in itself, like, without telling y'all, I'm not telling y'all nothing, but the movie is a must see. It's a must see. It's my Spike Lee top. It's in my top three Spike Lee movies. Me personally, I don't know about for you, but for me, it is personally. You know what I'm saying? Fire movie. Fire. Make sure y'all go tap into those movies. Dope movies. Dope movies. Great choices. All right, y'all. I got my three choices. I don't keep a theme like my bro do when it comes to the movies, but I feel like I'll be freestyling, but my freestyling be, you know what I'm saying? It gets to the goal. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. So my first must-see movie came out in 1996. It's directed by Martin Lawrence, starred by Martin Lawrence. Also, is starred by Lynn Winfield, Regina King, Bobby Brown, uh, Wendy Raquel Robinson, and Daryl Mitchell. This movie is called A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Fire, comedy, drama at the same time. You got a young, upcoming club promoter doing big things, climbing the ranks, and his boss is looking for more chocolate in Chocolate City, baby. And he's going to give him more chocolate in Chocolate City. And you have to see the rest of the movie. Trust me, I didn't tell y'all anything. So it's a must see. Like I said, it's comedy, drama, and it's must see. Must see, must see, must see. My second must see movie came out in 1998, directed by Mark Christopher. This also stars Ryan Philippe, Salma Hayek, Mike Myers, Nev Campbell, Mike Ruffinello. This movie is called 54. This movie is about the famous club back in the day, 54. This club was known for getting it shaky in all types of aspects of life. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that, they was freaking, they was drugging, they was partying, and all of your favorite celebrities from the 70s, 80s, and even someone that was young and old enough for the 90s vibe was at the Club 54 I believe in Manhattan at that time. It's based off a true life story. You have to see the rest of the movie. It's more so drama, but it's a really good movie. Really good watch. I think y'all will enjoy it. My last must see movie came out this past year, 2024, directed by Barry Jenkins. This movie stars Aaron Pierce, Blue Ivy Carter, Calvin Harris Jr., Mads Millicent, John Candy, Seth Rogen, Beyonce, Donald Glover, and Keith David. This movie is called Mufasa, the Lion King. This movie is. I enjoyed the movie. I just seen this movie. I enjoyed the movie and where they took the story. So this is about Mufasa and his upbringing and how he became to see the rest of the movie. I'm not going to ruin it for y'all. So make sure y'all watch Mufasa, the Lion King. Also 54 and A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Make sure you tap in to those movies. So any of those movies that stand out to you, bro. If you didn't see none of these movies, which one would you watch first?
No, I ain't seen Mufasa, so I'll probably see that one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
and 54 was a classic too. Like nobody talks about 54.
that Mike Myers, the way he played the owner in that movie, top tier, top tier. Those performances is not mentioned enough. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next must hear, must hear, must hear. So these three songs is a theme, baby making type of music, y'all. Baby making type of music. So make sure y'all check these out and put this on your playlist. So my first baby maker song, y'all, Joe Magic. Second, John B. Drips of Rain. Number three, It's On by Mary J. Blige featuring R. Kelly. Anytime you hear Mary J. Blige and R. Kelly in their prime in the 90s, you know this song about to be fire. So again, make sure y'all put this on y'all playlist. Again, Joe, Magic. Number two, John B. Drips of Rain. And number three, It's On, Mary J. Blige featuring R. Kelly. So make sure y'all put those on y'all playlist. Moving on to our classic shows. Well, I must see classic show, documentary, stand up. You want to start this one off?
Nah, you can start it off.
All right, so I ain't gonna hold you. I watched one episode of this and I bodied the rest of the season within a week. This was too good. This was too good. I just seen this. My must see. This is a must see because it's only been on one season. Must see, and they have a track record. The company has a track record. This is the same company that brought you uh, um, Tulsa King and what's our other show? Mayor Kingstown. So that lets you know this show is about to be top tier. My must see show came out again last year. First season is called Landman. It stars Billy Bob Thornton, Ali Lauder, Michelle Rudolph, Demi Moore, and John Hamm. Fire show. Fire show about uh, a man that manages an oil company and the type of power that he has within the realm of Texas. And you have to see the rest of the show. This show is fire. And shout out to Ali Lauder. She still looks really good. For those who don't know who Ali Lauder is, she played in a movie called um she played in it's a football movie. I'm bugging. Varsity Blues. You remember the girl that had the whipped cream bikini? And
Oh yeah, that is hard, son. Damn,
yeah,
she's been bad, son.
that's what I'm saying. Like this, she played in the movie with Beyonce and what's bro name from The Wire, man?
Oh, you about Idris
It's
Elba.
yes, and she played the girl that was hitting on him hard in that show, and she looks really good. I'm not gonna hold you. She looks really good in the show. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all go see Landman. It's a fire show. I didn't even tell y'all anything. I don't even want to ruin it for y'all. Make sure y'all go see Landman. I'm telling, I bodied this thing within the week. Bodied. I couldn't. After I watched an episode, I couldn't just be like, yeah, I'm a bust out what I need to bust out and put that on the side. Like I gotta watch that while I bust this out. So make sure y'all go see Landman.
Yeah,
Which
Landman tight. Landman is tough, son. Definitely when y'all get a chance after y'all see Landman, y'all gotta tap in on Amazon and tap in this show called Bosch. Came out in 2014, has 7 seasons, stars Titus Welliver, Jamie Hector, Amy Aquino, Madison Lintz, Lance Reddick, Mimi Rogers, Troy Evans, Scott Clace, Gregory Scott Cummins, Dewan Johnson, and Annie Wershwing. This is not one of your typical cop shows. Like it's definitely different. They delves deep into the political aspects of how certain police move up in ranks when it comes to political figures. They got greased palms and this, that, and the other. But the series follows Bosch, the detective in homicide in LA Police Department. And Bosch don't take no shit. You know what I'm saying? He not with the politics. He not with none of that goofy shit. Top cop. You murder somebody, he on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like fire show. You know what I'm saying? Like really goes deep into how police they showcase a different side of police and how him as a detective they show the human side and he's not about none of that other shit. You murder somebody, I'm after you. That's it. So I don't give a fuck about nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Fire show. Definitely got to tap into it. 7 seasons of pure, you know what I'm saying? Pure ill shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we got my nigga from the Wire, you know what I'm saying? Marlo up in here on his cop
Oh,
shit.
okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Now he
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cop.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
He running down the bad guys now. I'm saying he was running down the homes in Baltimore. Now he
Yeah.
moved to LA. Now he a LA police department chasing crime and all that. You know what I'm saying? Fire show.
Mm-hmm.
Again, tap into Bosch, 7 seasons. It's on Amazon.
That's the funny part about this era. A lot of these dudes who's on the wire doing the most. Now all of a sudden they get a little older, they get a little gray hair.
Now they suit and tie with a gun and a badge now. Like, wait, hold on. You was on the block.
like
You know what I'm saying?
how they do this?
Telling Chris and Snoop to chase
Like
Buddy up the street.
how they do this? Like what's going on? Like y'all was killing everything in sight, put them in the row houses, boarding it up, the whole nine. Now all of a sudden y'all top cops.
Now you chasing homicide. Now they calling you for homicide. You know what I'm saying?
Like you feel me, bro? Like TNT tactical. You know that's y'all.
Tactical and finesse.
You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. When I look at the dude that played Michael on the show, he did such a good job in as the little young thug. He don't I can't even see him going back to that bag no more. Like, give that man a badge. You know what I'm saying? He not running the streets no more. You know what I'm saying? So it just bugged out to me to see all the real knucklehead goonies from
This
the
man, Michael, he on this show called Swagger. He a promoter now and shit. You know what I'm saying?
come on. Come on, man.
Promote sports and sneakers and shit. You
Come
know
on.
what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Mike from the block, you know what I'm saying? Trying to raise his little brother Bug. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I watched Michael murder a lot of people, and he only like 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like that don't make no sense. But I'm gonna roll with it. All right, you got cologne for us?
Definitely got cologne for y'all. If y'all look good, y'all smell good, y'all gonna do good. So cologne for y'all this week is where I write that at. Hold on. Oh, another one. I had Creed last week, but I got another Creed one this week. But this one is Creed Advances. Fire scent. I'm telling you, Creed is just one of them ones. Like You spray like two of them, like I swear, it's a strong scent, and you good for the whole day. And Advances is another one, very good scent, very good fragrance. Definitely tap into it. So again, Creed, Advances, tap into that.
Really machismo, real masculine. You know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying? You could smell the musk. You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying?
what do that sign say? Open, right? So when the chicks smell that, you feel me?
They're
Make
gonna be open like a smoker, Gina.
open like a smoker. You know what I'm saying? Make the connection, y'all. All right, moving on to y'all already know what time it is. It's time to rap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps. Get classic movies, shows, documentary, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, Button Snaps. First hot topic of the night. This is going. This I told y'all this is not for the faint of heart. This is not for the faint of heart. So this is going to be one of those ones. This row of topics, y'all. LiAngelo Ball, former basketball player or current basketball player of pro leagues, song has went viral and has now inked a deal with Def Jam for $13 million. What do you think about that?
I mean, he should have just kept doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Just keep putting out music. Wouldn't it be better you just do it on your own? Cut out the middleman? I don't know. Like, do you really need the labels now?
I mean, you
Like,
asking, or because I'm
I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
as an artist, do you really need labels now to
not not if you have your own money.
so we talking about land, they not broke. So I mean they could, I guess if you didn't know nothing about music, you could hire somebody to teach you about the paperwork and the business of music, set
Mm-hmm.
it up, and
Mm-hmm.
then when your song goes viral like it did, you
Mm-hmm.
eat.
Mm-hmm.
So in the same aspect, like I don't understand why you even would need a label. You know what I'm saying? Or is this more like of a of a chicken sandwich type of thing to get other people like, oh, you see, he did it, like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
y'all could do it too, type of jump. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it don't make no sense. Why you even need a label? You got all the money on. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
was riding Lambos in high school.
You're right, right. That's
So what
right.
you need a label for?
I was gonna get to that. Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Unless you doing it for other motherfuckers. Like, oh yeah, you see the labels is still relevant. When it's like, I mean, not really. For
Mm-hmm.
maybe like for the, I guess you would correct this if I'm wrong, probably the publishing and maybe distribution to like further distribute your music, like to get a, you know what I'm saying, to get it out there more. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as that is, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that part of the business to in today's time would be needed. But the machine in the music business, you don't need it to make videos and to put
No,
your music out, nothing.
nothing.
So I don't understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Like at the end of the day, right? Do do it make sense to do the deal? For him, it does because they're paying him a type of money that he's not going to make on his own, right? So this song is going to do well. Well, it's doing well so far, but to put a song out like that, there was there was a promotion within the song that palms was greased, and that the you get your promotion, you have to pay for your promotion. So being that he had his own money, top tier promotion. I believe LiAngelo Ball is already a millionaire. He was driving Lambos and all that stuff prior to even trying to get into the NBA or get into the music business. So I believe that based on his finances, he was able to promote and publish the song in a certain way that he could capitalize on the moment. But do I think that he's going to have further hits and more music that's going to ring out? Because some people think the song is dope. Some people just feel like it's a song that's getting clout based on his position. So when you have that type of reception and not really like, yo, that's just a fire song, then that kind of lets you know that this song is going to be his biggest record. And it makes sense for him to do the deal because this is the most money he's going to receive at any time, anywhere, period, point blank. But if he's able to leverage it and be able to so for example, if he gets a second single that's rocking, then it really becomes beneficial. Now if he has like a couple of platinum albums, then this deal is going to be like, yo, why'd you make this deal? But do most people, are they really banking on the fact that he's going to have more hits? Probably not. So it makes sense for him to do the deal because he made a deal that that he's receiving more money that he put into the music. There's no way he put in $13 million into his music. There's no way. So being that he's getting $13 million, he's receiving more money that he's ever received from his music, from putting into his music. So for him, it makes sense to do the deal. As far as like other people, this is why I believe Def Jam did it. They did it because he has a wave, he has shows, he's been on podcasters. Like Leandro's been active, you know what I mean? His baby moms is also on the on Love and Hip Hop. So there's different ways to making sure that his music can stay and that song can stay relevant. Like when I think of what's dude that sang gold on my chain, gold on my neck. Like
Oh, Trinidad James.
right. So that first song went crazy. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing I didn't go to a concert, but I seen a video on the concert. My boy was kind of tight. He like, yo, he performed this song at least like 7 times. Like, and like, yo, where's your next song at, bro? And he ain't have no other songs after that. So he capitalized on the moment, and it makes sense because I don't think he's gonna have a serious follow up to this. But if he got bodies of work and albums, then this is not going to be a good deal for him moving forward because the company is going to make so much money from here until the end of time that he's not going to see that 13 million. Please believe that's open and closed money. He's not going to receive another dollar, even if his albums go double, triple platinum. He's not going to see another dollar until the end of that deal. So he better do like Keith Sweat and make it last forever. Because at the end of the day, and I'm not saying this to diss him, I just know the business. When he gets that money, that's more money than he's ever put into the music. So it's a great deal for him. But if he ends up having more and more hits, then it's going to be a terrible deal because the company is going to generate that type of money, not just in streams and sales, but we're talking about publishing. We're talking about distribution. We're talking about being able to. There's going to be new ways of music streaming in the next 5 years that's not even included in this deal that people don't talk to you about. There's going to be another platform that they build that artists going to be able to take advantage of the platform, but because he basically signed the rights to that, that's going to be the company's money. So that's that in the whole nutshell. With
It would have been a perfect example of just being quote unquote independent and just do it that way. But they still got to find a way to make sure that labels is important. And it's just like, it's just these bottom feeders feeding off the lifeblood of somebody who's building a craft on their own. Like, fuck it. Slow money is better than no money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm,
you put it out there, it's going to be out there forever. You may
mhm,
not get the money right now, but
mhm,
it's gonna be out there, and these systems is there counting how many times your song is there, and eventually you're gonna get a check,
mhm,
and then that shit's gonna be there forever, and that check is gonna be there for coming to you all the time. But if your paperwork ain't right, these niggas is still finesse you on the same paperwork.
mhm.
Like, come on, son.
See the only way he could also benefit from this if he pull a Tupac move. So let's say he signed a 3 album deal. You dropping 2 albums in one time. Yo, and then the next album you drop, instead of putting like 15, 11, 15 to 30 songs, you only have to fulfill a half-hour criteria. Put 10 songs on that mug, and yo, that's the deal. That's it, baby. But you,
That's what Future did to get out his deal. He just put mad songs, 10 albums. I mean, 10 songs on the album, 8 songs. All right, that's it. So I'm pretty sure now they'll finesse it. Was like, nah, y'all can't do that. I need this. I need this. So they'll probably break it down that way. Who knows? But
yeah,
when they seen people get away with it before, I'm pretty sure they were like, oh, word? All right, we're gonna restructure our deal next time so
yeah,
that silly shit don't happen this time. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh. And
But
see, my bad. Go ahead, go ahead.
but yeah, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see.
And you know who the real originator of this, because that's why he don't get the credit that he deserves, man. Because Tupac was doing it because of him. Master P. Master P was the king of putting out double albums, bro. You go get the Ice Cream Man, 30 songs. 30 songs? What? 15 on here, 15 on there. Not to mention, a good portion of that is intros. That's count as a song. It's mechanical.
They was doing all kind of ways to see because the paperwork, they had to finesse their way out of the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? So you had to do these little goofy tactics because when you sign your ass away on the paperwork on the dotted line, you ain't read that shit before.
Mm-hmm.
Now after you double back, like, all right, now I gotta do double albums. I gotta add this, add 3, 4, 5 skits, and you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm. But see, Master P took 25,000 and got a meeting with Michael Jackson's lawyer and
But
got the game.
but this is my thing. We're talking about Leangelo Ball, and you have all this history before you. Not to mention your family has all this money and connections. So you mean to tell me before you got into the music business, your father didn't pull his resources, pull people together to sit down and come up with a structure and business paperwork to make sure if you go when you go into music, you gonna be straight? Nah, I ain't gonna give it up to Ball like that. No way. You know what I'm saying? He made sure both his sons making millions in the NBA. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure this 13 million. We're not in the contract. We don't know, but this is my speculation as far as like what he's been doing with his sons previous. I'm pretty sure there's a certain paperwork or a structure and itemization in the structure of the contract to be like, all right, you won't give this 13 mil, but these are our stipulations, whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hoping that y'all did the right and due diligence to understand the business of music. You know what I'm saying? Being in this new time frame we're in with you know what I'm saying with the algorithms and AIs and all that such. So hopefully I did the due diligence properly. That's what I'm assuming.
For 13 mil, throw that assumption away. Throw that assumption. Now, if we would have been talking about 1 mil, 2 mil, then yeah, those assumptions would be a very real thing. But 13 mil from a label in this day and age, nah, they not trying to hear nothing. Because respect to Leangelo Ball, the first deal that he received, they said it was from a small label that went to sign him for about 75,000. Then, Def Jam came to the table. I believe they was sitting around like at 2 or 4 million. He turned that down. And then somehow, some way, they came up with 13 mil. So the way they broke it down, he ended up getting a higher fee. But now when the more money that you get, these stipulations that you want are gonna be null and void. This is the same reason why, and rest in peace to what's the brother from Memphis? My bad, I didn't mean to forget his name like that.
Young Dolph.
Young Dolph. He had a $22 million deal on the table that he never signed. He never signed because he had stipulations to his deal that he wanted, and he knew that his music was going to sell. So 22 million, I want my stipulations. The company was like, yeah, nah, we give you 22 mil, bro. Chill on that. And he never signed the deal. So their thought was like, how he's going to turn down 22 mil? Easily. He's already been getting money. You know what I'm saying? So what?
So, but my point is, if you already have money with your, why are you taking the 13 million? You know what I'm saying? It's still not making no sense.
That's why I brought up the fact that the money that they giving him is way more money than he's even ever put into the music. And if he don't have a real follow up, then it's like, all right, yo, I only, like, real talk, I only got like a couple songs, but y'all gonna give me 13 mil, cool, I'm gonna take it. But when you know you got nuclear bombs, it's like we got rules and regulations, baby, stipulations, baby, and yeah, you're not even gonna do that deal. So, like, when's the last time? Like, and mind you, they give it 13 million to somebody who is not. I'm not. I don't want to diss him. I don't want to discredit him. He's an artist, but I would like to think that he's not the type of artist yet that he is as a basketball player, in the sense that he's been putting more work as a basketball player than an artist. And other people that's been out here that really been on it, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like we have years of him building up his music, years of him pursuing it, and then he just happened to break through. This is kind of like straight out the gate. His NBA brothers is pumping it in their stadiums because they, one play for one team, the other play for the other team. He It really broke because he had like some sort of interview with a streamer, and the streamer played it on his live, and then it caught wind and part of that promotion. So so that's why he more likely did the deal. He like, yo, only got few of these in the, what I'm saying, in the hard drop, baby, but y'all gonna give me 13 mil. I ain't gonna turn that down with my collar. So you know what I'm saying? Like, let me get that. But you made valid points.
Again, it's still like, if you control the music and you control the but I'm looking at music as drugs. If I control the drugs and I'm moving the drugs and I'm making all the money from the drugs I'm moving, why would I go with another nigga
Mm-hmm.
if I'm making money off all of my own?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense.
Right.
If I'm going out there and I'm promoting the shit and I'm going to the parties and I'm giving out favors and niggas coming back and be like, yo, this shit is the bomb diggity. You know what I'm saying? I got G Money and them telling me my shit is fire and all that, right? Cool. So I'm going to top streamers, pushing my
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
pumping my shit, right? And they
Yeah.
coming back and they moving my work for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm controlling all the work and I'm getting all the money on back. Now, why would I go over here and sign with another nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and your name is lit because you could just hop on all these streamers, have them play the shit. You controlling the music because it's yours. They
Mm-hmm.
streaming the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then the niggas who's watching it viewing your shit, and it just explodes after that. Again, then why would you go and sign?
Right.
Even if you got 2-3 hits, who gives a fuck?
Mm-hmm.
If it's $25,000 of your own money and you made $100,000 of it, of your own bread.
But it's forever.
That's what I'm saying. So if you controlling the music and it's going hot, that's $100,000 every fucking month. However they cut the check. To turn around and be like, take 13 million one time? That's stupid. When I'm getting $100,000 a month for the rest of my life. I don't.
I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? It's wicked
I'd
bit.
rather take the $100,000 a month, do my own shit, than take 13 million and have somebody butt play with me.
And
Tell
then
me when to pop. Tell me when to sing and dance. Nah, nigga, I ain't no puppet. Fuck out of here, son.
And then on top of it, I also believe it's not a artist deal. I believe it's a label deal. So he has the power to sign other artists at this point, and that's what makes it like weird, because it's like, yo, he hasn't he hasn't been in the game with a track record to build himself up, let alone have artists under him.
But
So,
trust and believe, some goofies out there gonna be like, oh, Leandro, I want to sign with him.
of
There's gonna
course,
be some
of
goofies out
course,
there, like,
of course.
and it's gonna be the same thing again. He's getting raped, so he gotta sign other people so he can rape them.
Because you gotta remember now when he signed other people, that $13 million has to cover that artist as well. They don't give you another set of money. That's all within the $13 million.
That's what I said. You get the one-time $13 million as opposed to $100,000 a month every month for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna see $13 million, my boy.
So at the end of the day, honestly, he probably could have saw more or saw the same amount of money if they just utilized the Baller brand. They had all types of shows and all
Come
types
on.
of deals.
It's like the shit is just too easy now not to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So but he made the deal. He made the deal. I moving on to our next hot topic. I told you, y'all, this was going to be one of those ones. Senator Ed Markey, Senator of Massachusetts, is advocating for the extension of the final decision to ban TikTok, trying to get another 90-day stint to find an American buyer for the media platform. Even the rapper Meek Mill said he would buy TikTok if if they made it available to him to buy. Okay, but what do you think about them trying to extend the deadline another 90 days before they try to, so they could find an American buyer if they would do that? Because they said they was going to ban it on the 19th of this month.
Well, I really need them to figure out where the fuck that $7 billion that we don't got. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I just left New York and y'all charging congestion prices from a city I'm from to go into the city. Meanwhile, now people don't drive. Now they rushing into the trains. But prior to that, somebody got shot, stabbed, burned, right?
14-year-old kid got stabbed up.
Meanwhile, we got top cops stealing $400,000. Then we got a mayor taking bribes and giving Diddy the keys to the city. Then all of a sudden, Diddy house burned down in the LA fires. But we worried about some TikTok shit. Get the fuck out of here, son. I don't give a fuck about TikTok. Y'all niggas taking our bread, going over there with it, and then telling me I gotta give you more bread. But what happened to the bread I just gave you? You ain't give me nothing back for that. Now you telling me I gotta give you more bread.
Not to mention the premiums of insurance is going up even more. So even when things happen,
they find a way to finesse you out of it. Well, you didn't get the ring along when we told you to. Because of that, we not insuring you. But my house flooded. I mean,
you didn't get it on Tuesday.
You didn't get it when we told you to get it at 12 o'clock. You went and got it at 12:45. See, now you fucked up the deal.
Do you remember She Hate Me? Do you remember when he went to the ATM? He like, yo, what's going on? Like, so he went in real posh and cool. Like, yeah, hey Gary, what's going on with my bank account? I'm trying to, get my money and Gary's like, well, let me take a look for you. Let me look it up because you're one of our trusted clients. You're one of our best clients. And he's like, oh damn. And he's like, what you mean, oh damn? Yeah, your accounts has been frozen. What you mean, bro? Like I've been coming here for years. Y'all better give me some answers with the quicks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go postal up in here. So again, we dealing with a situation where people we so trusting of the system to take care of us. All these years, put your money in the bank, put your money over here. Make sure you get insurance. Make sure you get a policy. But when something happened, bro, I don't know what to tell you. We don't got it. So what I've been paying on?
Give me my money back then. Oh nah. Fuck you mean, oh nah? But you want to keep me believing in this shit. How? This ain't blink twice. We not forgetting over here. Like, this ain't no memory loss. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't in the sunken place. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, nah, we ain't nowhere near sipping that tea to be in no sunken place. You know what I'm saying?
Where my money?
All I'm saying is like these cities gotta stand the fuck up. Like niggas is just raping niggas. How you gonna charge people to drive into the city when they need to get to work and it's in the city?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, New York is it's a special place because you technically don't need a car. You can
Right.
get pretty much everywhere
Right.
just by bus and train. But sorry, fucking buses and trains is horrible.
It's horrible.
But niggas been paying for the buses and trains for damn near how long, and they still horrible. Where's that money?
Mm-hmm. Like, can you imagine?
It's $3 per person now.
Can you imagine if we try to calculate how much money MTA has made bus and train from 19 let's go back to 1991 all the way to 2024. How much money?
Matter of fact, get one of them IRS auditors to go audit them niggas. From 1990 to 2024, how much bread did y'all niggas get? Because we need to understand where this bread is going.
Mm-hmm.
Because if y'all could study where drug dealers putting their money at, why
Mm-hmm.
can't we figure out where these politicians and people putting these city officials that we supposedly put trust in?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna trust a nigga I never met to sit on my bread.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention, from 91 to about like the mid 90s, they was getting that money and it was cheaper. But they introduced Metro cards around that time. We was little dudes when
Yeah,
Metro.
we was using tokens and all that. You know what I'm saying?
It just a regular old token was straight, but they was making money on them tokens. But now when you introduce Metro cards, that money it quadrupled when they did that because now you go buy the whole joint for the week. So now they don't count that. Like, that's not the same thing. Like that's Metro card enforcement, or that's you know what I'm saying? Because like how they do child support and child support enforcement, it's two different entities, bro. You can't count the two. What you mean? It's going to the same system, bro. It's a lot.
And in the same system, get this right. In the same system, we was Negro, we was black, we was colored. Now we African American. You know what I'm saying? In the same system. System ain't changed, but we've been 4, 5 different type of motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So I'm at the end of the day, looking at this whole situation, and this is why I said earlier that we have all these distractions about trivial things, and we're worried about TikTok. We talked about the top of the show where they was trying to say that the IRS paying taxes is a voluntary thing. But if you don't pay your taxes, you're going to get audited. And if you don't go to your audit and you just let it compile, guess what? You're going to go to tax court and then you're going to go to jail for taxes, for evading. So it's not voluntarily, you got to pay it. If you try to go years without paying taxes that you owe, guess what? You're going to get it in the mail. They're going to be like, well, you don't want to file your taxes? Cool. You're going to pay this on that year, my man. This is what you owe us since you don't want to file your taxes, dummy. Because if you'd have filed your taxes, instead of having to pay us $5,000 plus tax and penalties, you only really had to pay us $2,000.
I wonder if everybody in all of America decide not to pay taxes for 1 year, what they gonna do? I know it's never gonna happen, but I'm just saying, if nobody paid taxes, then what?
That's a good question, but that scarcity is too high.
I know it's just the mentality because they put it in our mind to make us think we have to pay for something because they made us think that becoming an American citizen is something that you wanted to be. But being a citizen is just like being a 14th Amendment citizen. You have no rights. That's why you have to pay taxes.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's other groups over here who have all their rights and they don't pay taxes.
They get mailbox, and on top of that, I didn't even mention that some of these groups get what we call mailbox money. They also get dental and medical
because they tied themselves back to the land, which they were already free because of their ancestors before this integration of this system came in. So therefore, they're not supposed to be paying no tax for this system because they're separate. But then you gonna tell me I have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
But then you don't teach me why I have to pay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then when we're in school, you tell us we gotta pay taxes when we get older, but we don't know none about taxes. But you teaching me about a ukulele and a damn flute.
In school, they don't teach us nothing that we deal with in real life on a day to day. Nothing, not even math. The math that they teach us in school is not the math that we use on day to day, y'all. We're not doing adding, subtraction, and multiplication all through high school. We're doing concept of math. We're doing the different variations of math, variables on different types of math. It's not the same type of math that it would take to uh, be able to decipher what bills you want to pay, how to use credit, how to use taxes, how to use loans and things of that nature. Instead of trying to get a loan, try to get a grant on top of that. There's different types of math, y'all. It's even a different type of math that it calculates for an employer to have a certain amount of people on the job, even when the job has a high turnover rate. This is a bad place to work, and no wonder it's so high. It's a high turnover rate. They don't care as long as they have bodies, because guess what? The system in itself, you always going to have people that's going to be in need. If you got a system that people are always going to be in need, you're not gonna be worried about fixing no conditions for better working conditions. Nah, somebody going to do this. Period.
We the only we the only species that live in a planet that we're born in that we pay for. You born here, but you have to pay to live here. How does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The paper you use to buy things was made here, was made by shit that was grown here. But yet we have to pay. We have to pay to live here. Does a dog have to pay to live? Does a cat? Does an alligator?
Mm-hmm. They just be roaming, my nigga.
Just be doing what they do.
They out here. You know
They out here just they be in your pool if you in Florida. You know what I'm saying? They just be doing what they do.
they
But
on their
meanwhile, you telling me we the highest species with the highest intelligence, but we came up with a 40-hour work week. You only get 2 days off. You're a grown person, but you gotta ask another nigga to take days off.
and the kicker is you still can't pay your bills off the after the 40 hours. It's the working poor.
Then they decide after they done raped you, oh, we just gonna up the cost of living. All made up shit.
They calculated out of the years that out of the days that you go to work, that you literally go to work 180 days a year for free. When they do the calculations, 365 days in a year, they say 180 days you actually go for free based on your taxes that you're paying out your salary on average. So imagine going to work for 360 days instead of 365, 360 days. You took 5 days off. You took a whole 5 days off full week. Whoop de doo, right?
Even
Five,
with all this technology, we work more than we did when our ancestors, when they was in feudalism, when they was just working the land, working the tilling the land. Half the time, niggas was just chilling because the work was already done. All you had to do was wait for the fucking plants to grow. So there was nothing else for you to do but chill at home, go with your mans and them to the bar, get drunk, and then when everything was growing in the spring, that's when the hard work came in. You did that for one, and then after that, you was good again. You ain't work again until the fall. But yeah, they got us working all the time. The game is cold, son.
you see my man's in Independence Day, they had to move because the crops wouldn't grow. You know what I'm saying? The crops wouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? Pops was like, yo, where Rusty at? You know what I'm saying?
Rusty couldn't get his sharecropping right for a damn. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like, yo, the aliens coming. You know what I'm saying? Forget these crops. You know what I'm saying? We out. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Former wide receiver, former Las Vegas Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs III was sentenced 3 to 10 years for DWI crash in 2021 that resulted to killing a woman and her dog. He's up for parole. Um, what do you think about that?
That was a
He's
quick.
eligible for parole.
That was a quick sentence for a murder because he was locked up for the sentencing. And he just got sentenced, and he got 3 to 10, and he already did 3 years. So he's up for parole. Then that was the quickest sentence for a body. You know what I'm saying? Who's his lawyer?
Mm-hmm.
3 years for a body? Damn. That's crazy.
I don't want to see us in nobody's prison or jail, but like let's keep it real. He took someone's life, and for being reckless, they said his blood alcohol was 0.16, and 0.16. Most people that got 0.16 blood alcohol level in them is you're really driving impaired. You could really have an anxiety attack having that much alcohol in you. And driving his particular car at the speed that he was driving, he was clocked at driving at 150 miles per hour, 153 miles per hour on a Vegas strip. And he hit this young lady. She loses her life. She loses the dog died as well. The car caught on fire. Like this is crazy. He pled guilty to driving impaired, resulting in the death of vehicular manslaughter, and yeah, so the lady that he killed, Tina Tanner, and you know he was eligible. Well, he was sentenced last year. No, he was sentenced the year prior. He was sentenced August of 2023. But this happened in 2021, so they given him time served as well. I honestly, I'm with you, bro. I think this is too soon. Now, somebody lost their life. This is not a property damage or something, something that could really, you know what I mean? Like it's big, it's a big deal, but it's like it's not a big deal, bro. You was drunk and you took somebody's life. He deserves a second chance at some point, but I honestly believe that this is too soon. I honestly believe that, in my opinion, because I look at it. He took one of my loved ones. I'm going to feel a type of way because my loved one could have been here if you didn't get drunk and get behind your wheel, but you felt entitled to get behind your, fast car that you was driving and not only put your life at risk, but put mine and the person that killed them. So I
Well,
just think,
like
oh,
I said, his lawyer was phenomenal with that finesse. Three
mhm,
to ten, poof. And you like, yo, just stay in jail. Don't even try to bond out. You know what I'm saying? By the
mhm,
time this case is over, you done already did 3, and we already there. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
And that's
Shout-
how the game is. It's like they will bend these rules and play the game to get a win.
mhm.
But then their win is at a cost of somebody's life.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
how you as a lawyer think of this as a win? But you got to, because that's how you gonna feed your family, right?
Devil's advocate.
That's the game we play, right?
Devil's advocate. Shout out to one of our badge holders in the building, one of our day ones, Rowan Jack in the building. The point of prison should be rehabilitation, but catch 22. If you're fully rehabbed, how can you live? How can you live with yourself? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, people deserve second chances. We all make mistakes, even murder. Even murder is also a mistake that people can learn from if do due diligence of rehab, right? Or rehabilitation, I should say. But in this particular situation, at some point he should get out. I'm not saying he should do a full life sentence, but this is just too soon. This is too soon. Like I'm not even opposed to him getting 10 years. Like he took somebody's life through recklessness, sheer recklessness. So I, I, I honestly believe that some money was spent with the family. We've heard that. I can't remember the football player that used to play on the Cleveland Browns. Um, this was like back in like the early 2000s where he hit somebody with his car. They died, and he paid the family like an obscene amount of money. And
Oh, you
he
talking about that receiver?
yes,
What's his
yes,
name?
and he ended up getting he ended up getting very little time or no time. I can't even remember his name, but he played for the Cleveland Browns like in the early 2000s, and he was solid too. He was a solid receiver. I can't remember his name though, but I believe some money was being thrown in this situation. At the moment right now, he's actually working at the Nevada's governor's mansion. So yeah, yeah.
So you kill somebody, go to jail, and then work at the governor's mansion? Yeah. Connects is real, son. It's not what you know, it's who you know, Hoyt.
No, who you know that money on. That money on. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Question: is healthy relationships, are they boring? That's the question.
Yes. They are gonna be boring. You think we're gonna be getting excitement all the damn time? No. It's gonna be boring.
Hmm.
That's how life is. When you get to
Hmm.
a certain place, it's gonna be boring
Hmm.
because you're gonna keep doing the same thing after what it's gonna be boring. So you might as well be boring together.
Now let me ask you a question. Do our era right now, should we celebrate healthy and boring or unhealthy and exciting?
Oh, we definitely need healthy and boring. A lot of motherfuckers need to just sit down. These relationship talks is like just too out of pocket. Like it's just too delusional. It's not even in reality half the time. You know what I'm saying? Because in real life, none of these things actually really happen.
Hmm.
People want to. The one I don't really fuck with Drake, but one line he said was real pivotal. Who wants to be 65 and alone?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you just want to find somebody you want to grow old with. That's it. And guess
Hmm.
what? When you grow old, you want to be boring.
Hmm.
Y'all gonna be doing the same thing on Tuesday that you
Hmm.
did last Tuesday.
Old faithful. You know what I'm
Old
saying?
faithful. Cause guess what? Y'all gonna be excited to be like, yo, we gonna do that thing we do every Tuesday, whatever it is.
Hmm.
But it's part of life. Y'all get to these routines, and it's up to y'all to find the joy in them.
You're right. Right.
You
Like,
gotta find the joy with going to the supermarket with your significant partner, even though you've done it hundreds of times. There's
mhm.
gonna be a time where you ain't gonna do it with them no more. They ain't gonna be here.
I ain't gonna hold you. When put it like this, it was a particular time where my immediate family, we had this thing called game night. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. Every Thursday, I got kind of giddy for game night later on that night. Like, yo, it's game night. Like, yo, when we play Uno or Phase 10, y'all getting smoked. Like I'm talking hella cash shit all day long. So I'm excited for game night. But that's just me. I get excited for the boring. You know what I'm saying? For people don't realize it's a privilege to getting older. It's a privilege. We live to get old. We're not gonna live and be in our 20s forever and a day. It don't work like that. So when I see a lot of women on social media, online saying that they rather have a, a unhealthy relationship but excited, it's like, damn, how can we build with some of these women? And obviously, all of them don't think like that, right? Supposedly, but a lot of these women are outwardly saying that they rather be in something so exciting but unhealthy and toxic.
And that's why a lot of them gonna be dying alone because no man want to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We glad that y'all telling exactly what y'all want, so we know not to fuck with y'all. We appreciate that. Oh, you want exciting and toxic? Cool. Go find that. And I'm happy. And the choices that you made when you decide to be in that relationship is all on you, because that's what you wanted. You open your legs up for that situation. So have at it. I'm not with that. So you could go over there with that, and I'm cool with the decisions you made going forward.
I'm telling me personally, give me healthy and boring. I don't even want to argue with you. I wanna spank your butt. You know what I'm saying? I want a fish sandwich. Make sure you put the lettuce on there. You know what I'm saying?
Rowan Jack is right. You don't know the power of a sandwich. But the problem is, a lot of you women be programmed from the last nigga. You ain't even ask me how I like my sandwich. Do you even know if I want mayo in it? Do you know if I want the edges cut? You know what I'm saying? Before you make me a sandwich, ask how I like my sandwich. Do you know if I want it toasted? You know if I want light butter on it? I made one like parquet. You know what I'm saying? I'm particular about my butters. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know that because you ain't ask me no questions.
Only the finest of butter.
Only the finest of butters. You know what I'm saying? You just come in here thinking, oh yeah, I'm just gonna make him a sandwich. No. Did you get the Dijon mustard? See, you fucking up already.
Baby girl, all I just want is a hint of that hot sauce and French dressing, and we got us a sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
I like mine mixed with the mayo. See, you ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't asked me. You come in here with somebody else's program. No. This is a new program.
Right. It's plastered all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
You better get on my page or shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you running snake eyes on the doubles.
Run snake eyes on the goal line. Like, what's up with you, bro? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Like I said, stable, boring, and healthy. That's what we looking for, y'all. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. A video went viral of road rage where incident resulted in a man power bombing a woman in the middle of the street. The woman recently identified herself online and says she learned a very valuable lesson that day, that she would never put herself in that situation ever again. Um, but the man is not brought up on any charges because even though he power bombed her, she punched him in the face first. What do you think about that?
Well, there you go. You punched him first. What do you expect? First of all, what are you even doing arguing with a man? Y'all are so delusional to think that you in a position where you have authority, that you have power over a man. I don't care if it's a 5'4" nigga, 120. It doesn't matter. Y'all women is bugging.
Because the way the video went, he wasn't even driving. His lady was driving, and he was in the passenger. The lady that stopped her car, stopped in the middle of the street, gets out and attacks the driver, which is his lady. He gets out the car like what's the issue? He wasn't even aggressive, to be honest with you. And then she came up to him, got in his face, and she's like, "You better get out my face. My boyfriend is in the car." So he, thinking, all right, the boyfriend's in the car. It's weird that he's not out here with you, pulling your ass back to the car. But okay, cool. As he's walking away, she punched him in the face. Like, she got a good shot on him. And then he turned around, Hulk Hogan, power bomb right quick, you know what I'm saying? Real smooth like that. Real nice like that. And they back the whip up. Then her boyfriend actually pulls up. He's like, yo, what happened? The guy power bombs me. Why did he power bomb me? Oh, I hit him. What are you doing hitting him? Why are you even out your car? And this is her boyfriend asking her that.
I mean, certain scenarios, like as men, we just will not be in. You know what I'm saying? Because logically, I'm not gonna be in a road. Where was this at?
They didn't. I didn't see the. I didn't see the area. I did not.
It don't matter if it's in Florida. I'm not being
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
niggas is strapped down here. The
Yeah.
gun laws in Florida is different.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting to no argument over some road rage shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
You cruising. I'm doing 60, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no arguments around because we know there's violence going on. See,
Mm-hmm.
women live in a world in a bubble where they think everything is cool, that they don't have no issues to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
That you think you could just come and fight a man. No, you can't.
Yeah, there was snow. Yeah, definitely. Well, it definitely wasn't Florida because there was snow around. It definitely was snow around. But when I looked at the clip and information, they didn't show the area. So, but it had to be somewhere up north or Midwest.
Like you just put yourself in a stupid scenario for what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I went through a situation like that with an ex where she called me because some guy was trying to holler at her. She said, F off, and then he was like, yo, I will choke you out right here, right now. And I'm on the phone with her and I'm like, yo, shut up and walk away. By the time I pull up, you going to be on the curb crying, twisted up in a pretzel over nothing. But he's wrong. Don't matter. You're gonna lose.
You can't do nothing about it
You can't do nothing about this. Get in the
at
cab
all.
and leave.
You
He,
cannot do nothing about it. Period. I don't care how much. I don't care if you a bodybuilder
mm-hmm.
and you bench press 350. I don't care. If
Mm-hmm.
my life is on the line, I'm going through you. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and my bro been through scenarios where our lives was on the line, and trust me, we 40 years old for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And look good, damn good. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? You know, smashes on the yeah. You know what I'm saying? They
Let
don't
my
come
grades
far
come in.
around
You
here.
know what I'm saying?
You know
Get
what I'm
my
saying?
silver fox in. You're
I'm
being old is the game. It's
mm,
the name of the game. It's getting old. So you got to move strategically. So when you don't move strategically and you live in a world of delusion, you know what I'm saying? You just gonna get popped in the mouth. And delusion it has to
got,
allow itself to go through by
mm,
you getting hit in the face.
mm-hmm.
Maybe next time you might understand how the world really works.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. Not to cut this one short at all. I'm just being aware of running time. Just because we went over the running time because we chatting along and it's clank. I'm like, yo, I'm wilding. So I'm on it, y'all. I'm on it tonight, y'all. I'm on it tonight. All right, NBA player for the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler. His baby mother wants $65,000 a month for child support, but she's already receiving $55,000 a month for child support. The reason of the increase is because she wants to get a babysitter, and the babysitter costs another 120 grand for the year. So the extra 10 grand is going to, quell that cost.
Yo, son. Oh my God. This is why women think that they could just finesse niggas, because there's a small percentage of men. There's
Mm,
only 400 players in all of the NBA.
right,
400.
right, right.
400 niggas.
Hmm.
There's 10 million other niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
y'all only focus on 400 niggas
Hmm.
and think because those 400 niggas got all this bread and they get finesse because they don't understand paperwork. I just don't understand how they get finesse for $50,000 a month. I don't. Where is your financial advisor? Like,
Hmm.
I know I would be the littest financial advisor. I'll be like, I know y'all niggas gonna be out here doing what you do, but let's situate this. So if Shorty come through, she can't take this. You don't own that. This is over here. This, that, and the third. You broke. You don't own nothing.
Hmm.
You broke, baby. You don't got no money.
Hmm.
But for somehow, some way, these chicks that work at bartenders and these ain't litty chicks,
Hmm.
and they getting this fucking bag, son.
They get in the bag. They get
I
bag.
blame men on this one. I'm not knocking the women, son. I blame the men. Y'all making it too easy. to get finessed.
Because we built the system.
Y'all getting too. Y'all letting it Y'all letting it be too easy to get finessed. Hey, go get that 65K, girl. Whatever. Fuck it.
But that's wild though. Like, so mind you, she doesn't work. So
no.
What do you need a nanny for if you don't work? And then her kids are at the age of going to school.
This is why I say, like, none of this shit makes no sense. There's no logic behind this shit. But when it deals with women, I have to remove logic. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff you just said was logical.
Mm-hmm.
The kids is of age. You already don't work. What do you need a nanny for? Which is finesse because you need more money for yourself. But you know what I'm saying? For some odd reason, nobody can see that.
Mm-hmm.
The judge that went to school for all these degrees can't for some reason can't see that. Nobody else can see that.
I don't know if this is true. But this was said. But it wasn't said in the same article. But it's been thrown around that because she asked for the 10,000 increase, being that he already pays her an egregious amount of money already, 55K a month is egregious for somebody that doesn't work and that has your 3 children. That's of school age, right? But but this has been thrown out there. I don't know if this is accurate. They're saying that Jimmy Butler's people is telling the judge, we want to do a forensic check on the money because he already pays 55,000 a month. 55,000 a month is basically FU money. Like, yo, take this right here and leave me alone. Don't ask me for nothing else. You ain't getting nothing else. So now supposedly they want to do a forensic banking where they can see why do you even need the extra 10 bands a month, because $55,000 a month is egregious, especially even as expensive as Miami is. $55,000 a month is living large in Miami, bro. You on a whole nother level.
Even if your rent is $5,000 a month.
Come on.
And you getting $55,000 a month. You just paid your rent for 1 month for, you know what I'm saying, for 10 months almost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Come on, son. Like, this system, like us men, we gotta come back to you. We gotta come back and sit down again. We gotta come back to the table, sit down, because this, you know, we built this shit, but we gotta come back and sit down and reevaluate, because this shit don't make no sense. I understand, like, when men have children and they leave, we got protective mothers, and that's why we created the system in the first place. But they overdoing it now, because you can't tell me there's no justification how they could just, the judge could throw the gavel and be like 55K is adequate for a child.
It's cool.
It's straight. It's cool beans. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And then
what the Europeans say is bee's knees. It's the bee's knees. Yeah, 55K. Yep. Oh, you need an extra 10K? Okay, yeah, let's do that. Come on.
And I don't even care how much the dad makes, like, cause he's turning down a $50 million contract right now. So
he need 100 million because this bitch asking for an extra 10K.
That's what I'm saying. So it shouldn't matter. Like, shout out to Rowan Jack, one of our badge holders, one of our day ones. He said we need standardized child support, no more, no less, no matter who your daddy is.
Right. I like, because what is everybody got statistics. So what is the statistical analysis of a growing child from being born up until 18? Statistically, how much would they cost?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the raise of inflation, this, that, and the third, y'all can figure that out and then make that itemized, and that's what it should be. It shouldn't be based on somebody's what he made. It should be based on the child, because that's what it's about, right?
How about this? There shouldn't be any child support at all. At all.
Bro.
At all. At all.
You talking logic. You know what I'm saying?
There shouldn't be no child support and no child support enforcement, because it takes 2 to raise a child. And 9 times out of 10, more than 2 people raise that child, because people are going to do stuff. Your parents is going to do stuff. Her parents is going to do stuff. A cousin, an uncle. And of course, you and her is going to do the brunt of the work, especially depending on the situation. Y'all going to do brunt of the work. If 2 people made this child, which biologically we can't have children by ourselves, then both of y'all are going to do the financial work for that child. Simple and plain. It shouldn't be no child support. When I got custody of my daughter, the judge asked me, "Do you want child support?" I said, "No, I don't need it." She said, "You sure? Because I get this for you right now." I'm like, oh, you would? I'm good. I'm straight. She good. She straight. So honestly, I understand the reason for child support. Child support is supposed to be for people that don't do for their children just cause. Not because they can't, they just don't. I understand that. But by and large, we really live in a system where people are really doing for their children and the best that they can do. So how can you say, well, you make 50 million, 50 million a year, so that justifies you paying 100,000 a month in support? When I even not to segue to Kevin Garnett, after Kevin Garnett's divorce, he still has to pay 100,000 a month for spousal and child support a month, and that child support obviously is going to go away after a certain age, but that spousal support is never going to go away, especially if his ex-wife don't get remarried. So that's 100 bands a month.
And why would you get me remarried? Because then that 100 bands stop. So it's to incentivize you to never do anything and just eat off somebody, but you're independent or you're a boss, but everything you gain was off another nigga. So how you independent? How you a boss? All these millionaire women did not achieve their millions off the sweat of the brow of their own work. It was off some other nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And but they want to scream independent at you a boss. Get the fuck out of here, son. It's just sickening.
Mm-hmm. This is crazy all around. Like we will spend more time on this, y'all, but we gotta stay on the running time. Next hot topic: 19,000 students, football players, are stuck in the transfer portal. What do you think about that?
What you mean stuck in the transfer portal?
So they got the transfer portal where you can upgrade, baby. I don't like the fish sticks at this school, so it's time to be out. You know what I'm saying? So all those kids went into the transfer portal thinking that there was going to be a school on the other end to take them out the transfer portal. So being that they left school to get in the transfer portal, that'll mean their scholarship is going to be waiting if the other school don't take them. So you got 19,000 players in the transfer portal right now.
Uh, that's bad. I
Mhm.
mean, they probably just right now. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a bunch of schools that are gonna pick up the talent and grab them as soon as they can. But uh, I doubt they're gonna be there for long. You know what I'm saying? I doubt
What?
it.
Well, the transfer portal is only going to be the transfer portal is over, right? So there's only two teams that are allowed to have any active transfer portals, and those are the two teams that's about to play for the national championship. Those teams get a five extra days because they don't, you know what I mean? Like they worried about playing in the championship, so the system is giving them 5 extra days after the championship game. So those are going to be the only two teams that's going to be able to take kids out of the transfer portal, which is Notre Dame and Ohio State.
Damn, that's crazy. They found another way to finesse niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like
and
a cat and mouse game.
this is why I hate the fact that the NCAA is trying to act like they're doing a due diligence by telling the kids, well, instead of doing year contracts, how about doing a 2 year with us? So that way you don't have to worry about the transfer portal. The transfer portal is a free system. If a player don't feel like he's getting his due diligence, he should go to another place. But that player and his family has to do the due diligence before he jumps in the transfer portal. Don't act like y'all doing it for the betterment of the kids. Like, yeah, baby, see what happened. I told you not to do it. This, that, and the third. Y'all doing it for more control because by and large, this helps the school stay powerful than the players because the coaches can up and dip whenever they want to. So the players should, but the players got to really do the due diligence. Of like, yo, if I jump in here, do I really have suitors that's going to take me out this joint? And mind you, the transfer portal is open 2 times a year. So um, I really blame the players on this one because you have to do the due diligence before you jump in. Like, how do you jump in and don't know if another school wants you for real? Like you literally had 3 catches this year. That stands out. Like, yeah, we really need to get him on our team.
Yeah, just chill. You know what I'm saying? Practice more.
Make your money. You know what I'm saying? Chill, make your money. You know what I'm saying? So players, I know I say that jokingly, but players, y'all have to do a better job in doing the due diligence on going to the next school. Seriously. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Layla Ali tells the story about her father, of course, the great one, Muhammad Ali, not supporting her when she first get into boxing. I do have to give her credit for this. She didn't bash him. She just said that he didn't support her, and he told her like boxing is not for women. You're not a good boxer, so like, what are you doing? It took some time. It took some years to really catch on to the fact that she's taking the craft serious, and she's a problem. And he, later on apologized to her for this. But I had to bring it up because I had to give her credit for not telling the story and bashing her father, but telling the story of a father supporting her later on, but trying to give her game before she do this. Because the question he asked her, "What are you gonna do when you get knocked out? Not if you get knocked out, when you get knocked out." And she said, "I'm gonna get back up and fight even harder." And still, he was like, "I don't want you to do this." But again, her telling the story, she was telling the story, but she wasn't bashing her dad to fit a narrative. What do you think about the story that she told?
I mean, I guess like I mean, no father wants to see their daughter getting beat. That's the reason why he didn't want you in the boxing ring in the first place. Like,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason why he did it. But as he seen after a while, you kept pursuing it. Obviously, yeah, I gotta support my daughter. You know what I'm saying? But in the back of my mind, he don't want you doing this shit. That was the reason why he said it in the first place.
Hmm.
Because no father wants to sit and watch his daughter get beat, and
Right,
he can't do nothing about it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole reason. Not because he want to stop you from shining. Whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna be great at. He
Mm-hmm.
just didn't want to see you get punched
Mm-hmm.
while being great. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? He took all the punches, so you don't got to. Unless
right.
you want to go take the punches.
He
But
been in wars. You know what I'm saying? He trying to avoid you. He trying to keep you away from all that. You know what I'm saying?
right. So as a father, that I understand it as that. And that's what it was coming from him as a father. He
Hmm.
wasn't trying to stop you from being a boxer. He understood as a boxer, he don't want to see you get hit in the face. So
Hmm.
that's all it was.
Yeah, that is just dope. And I like the fact that the story was told in a way where it's truthful but not bashing. But no father wants to see that, with his daughter, no matter how nice she is with her hands. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, Colorado had made history, the first time in history where the football team, the whole team, has a 3.0 GPA. What do you think about that?
The Colorado football team that Deion Sanders is under.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, believe in you, they going, you know what I'm saying? They're going to do what they got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Coach said we need a 3.0. We're going to get a 3.0.
Mm-hmm. I think that's big time. I think that's even bigger than the accomplishments in football because for a school to be lax in their academics and then they boost their academics, which is part of the reason why a lot of guys transferred and Colorado was so trash for all them years because Colorado used to be very serious prior to Dion getting there. Well, they used to be more serious like in the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s. But when they changed their academic program, that's when the things start to suffer. So for Deion Sanders to come and stress academics and still having the growth that he's having on the field, I think is amazing. And they made history. So shout out to the Colorado football team and the program for doing that. All right, y'all. Moving on. Ash picks us in. Ash picks us in. NFL playoffs start this week. I'm gonna reiterate. Texans play the Chiefs. Y'all know who I'm going with. I'm going with my Chiefs. We're gonna hold it down and bring in this W. Texans is gonna be a tough out. Second, Washington Commanders is playing the Detroit Lions. I think Detroit is going to win that game, but that's going to be a tough game. I think that's only going to be a field goal to a 6-7 game win on Detroit's part. I think that's going to be like 26-21. Buffalo plays Baltimore. That's going to be a hard fought game, but I think Baltimore will win by a field goal. And then you have the LA Rams versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going for the upset. I'm going with the LA Rams. They look really good defensively. Offense is high powered, but they got enough to score. And the Eagles have looked real clunky. The quarterback play has been as much to be desired. So I think the Eagles will catch the L. So I got the Chiefs beating the Texans, Detroit beating Washington, Baltimore beating Buffalo, Eagles beating, I'm sorry, and the LA Rams beating the Eagles. So, and I said Baltimore beating Buffalo. That's a tongue twister, but yeah. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. This segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to Big Bravo Section. You can buy top quality photography right now. And if you're in the Miami area, you can book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. And if you're not in the area, you can still book that session, fly out, take care of your session at BigBravoSection.com. Again, BigBravoSection.com. You got petty thought for us, petty law, petty words.
You know how we do in this segment? We grab words from the Black's Law Dictionary. Feel as though every citizen, every American needs to have a Black's Law Dictionary in their household, preferably 6 and earlier editions. So first word on the list is feudalism. So the feudal system, the the aggregate of the feudal principles and usages, the social, political, and economic system that dominated the major European nations between the 9th and 15th century. The system was based upon servitude, a servile relationship between the vassal and lord. The vassal paid homage and service to the lord, and the lord provided land and protection to the vassal. Next word on the list is delusion. False, unshakable belief, which is contrary to fact, inappropriate to the person's education, intelligence, or culture, and abhorred to, in spite of tangible evidence that is false. Reality judgment which cannot be accepted by people of the same class, education, race, and period of life as the person who expresses it, and which cannot be changed by logical argument or evidence against it. The three common delusions are delusions of prosecution, delusions of grandeur, and delusions of personal unworthiness. Next on the list is intangibles. Property that is a right, such as a patent, copyright, trademark, etc., or one which is lacking physical existence, such as goodwill. Intangibles. Um, and last word on the list is integration, the act of or making whole or entire, or bringing together different groups of races together. So my words for this week are feudalism, delusion, intangibles, and integration.
Big time, big time. Again, y'all, if y'all got words, send them in. Put them in the chat. So that way my bro will have these words for you next episode. So tap in and send those words in. Big time words, bro. Love it. All right, moving on to our Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie live.
The Lie Live. So Keep the Lie Live. I'm going to cut it a little short because, again, the running time, uh, I have to specify because I've seen this a lot lately, again, on social media. Money doesn't do the same thing for women that it does for men. Money gives women attention. Money gives men power. So women that make money understand it's a tool to benefit you and your family's lifestyle. It doesn't present you with the type of power that generates respect. When a man makes money, that respect level changes tenfold because it's already it's already a thing where a man changes his surroundings when it comes to his family when he makes money. But the power that's gained from that is completely different from a woman. Like when a man says something, and again, this is not misogynistic, this is what it is. When a man says something in a corporate setting, it's taken a little bit more serious than a woman saying something. Not to say that there's not women out there that hold weight, but they hold their weight with the fact that there's a man next to them or somebody in the realm that's really going to hold court because it works differently. So when a woman makes money, it gains her attention. When a man makes that money, it gains him power. So, ladies, be careful how you maneuver it because when you make money, you're supposed to make it benefit you and your family. And if you're not moving that way and it's all well, more so uh for self, it's not going to benefit you in a way where it results in a power because you don't have any. And then again, that's not being disrespectful. It's just letting you know to be aware of your power, and your power don't come from your money because obviously, ladies, you can get money without having money. We just talked about Jimmy Butler, about his baby mother wanting 65,000 instead of 55,000. So you don't need money to get money. Men, we need money, or money is a major tool, I should say, to receiving power. So it works differently. So that's my Keep the Lie Live for this episode. Anything you want to add to what I just said?
Men don't care about women's money, so that's why women with money, they don't hold no power, because the things that attract us about women is definitely not your money. So that's why we don't care about your money. That's why your money doesn't have any power, because at the end of the day, even with your money, even with you having money, your your genetic makeup is still going to want a man to pay anyway. So what is the purpose of your bread if I still have to take you out on a date and pay for the date even though you have money?
Mhm.
So you see the logic we have there. That's why your money doesn't mean anything to us.
So, y'all, let's make smart decisions and be logic and be boring, but let's be good to each other. Thank y'all for tapping in. It's been a hell of an episode 125. Again, I want to thank some of the sponsors of the show real quick before this camera turns off. Bravo section, Button Snaps, OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on his Instagram at
Bravo section underscore.
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit us up on Instagram. Also, be on the lookout for the Overstand podcast every Monday at 9:30. Why understand where you can overstand every Monday at 9:30. Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast? We're on every Thursday, every Sunday at 10:30 p.m. So you already know to lock in and tap in. Genetic makeup and chicken skills. Rowan Jack, shout out to Rowan Jack, one of our badge holders in the building. Been great all day in this chat. Shout out to some of our other members, King Prince, badge holder. Shout out to Lisa, presently heavily in the chat. Culture Talk, Krista Martin, Krista Matlock, Ebony. Ebony's heavy in the chat. Ebony, shout out to Ebony. And we appreciate y'all tapping in. And we're going to be on again today's today's Thursday, y'all. My bad. We'll
Back
be
on Sunday.
at 10:30, and y'all already know it's love, and we out of here.
We out, y'all.